Good evening. I really like Thursday evenings for a couple of reasons. So one of them is every few Thursdays I get to spend time with Luke. And Luke and I do detached youth work. He heads up our detached youth work. And detached youth work is where you don't have a building. We meet you on the streets. And although community courtyard, the yard, we are an organisation that works with a cross sector of the community. Our focus, the thing we like doing the best, is working with young people. So I really like having a natter and a catch up with Luke. But detached work and street-based work is the only thing that's really going like normal. So we're not here really to talk about that too much tonight. We're here to chat about other stuff because it feels like the country's gone into kind of like a big thundercloud of fed upness. Yeah, so I was saying to Luke, I really enjoyed listening to him yesterday about the yard camps. And those who know me, like Luke does, yard camp. So he's laughing already. Yeah, you're laughing, Luke, because you know, when Luke was 13, about 13, 14,
yeah.
I was a youth worker at a place called Beach Lodge in Leicester. And every summer you'd have residentials and youth work activities. And one of the ones was a trip to Windermere. Now we're going to do something similar at the yard. So those people who like going outside and doing stuff. But even back then, even back in 2099, no, 1999, not 2099. That's really in the
Fast
future.
forward.
Oh my God, my brain's. But back in 1999, Luke and some of his friends came on a residential with me and my staff team then. And we went to Windermere and it was fab, weren't it? What do you remember about that, Luke?
Oh, I remember. I've got loads of memories from that. I remember climbing up the mountain.
The mountain.
I remember climbing up the mountains. Very tired because I hadn't slept the night before. I remember the handprints that we've done, which I've still got mine as well, which I've told you about as well.
Yeah.
I just remember having a good time, just an all-around great time. Loads of laughs, loads of fun, loads of activities, and it's a memory that I'll always remember.
I think one of the things that we really liked, or young people liked, is we had to climb. They described it to me as a hill. Luke described it as a mountain, and it probably was something in between. And for those who know me, I like detached work on the flat. Yeah. So when I have to walk up, is it Rushmere Avenue or Rushmere Road from the roundabout with my beagles every morning, by the time I get to the top, I think to myself, I don't really know why I've done that walk. It tires me out. Even though I've done it 3 times a week for about 6 years, I'm no less tired every day. But at this residential, we climbed this hill, we cooked food at the top of the hill mountain. Some people, they slept in a tent. Bianca went back to the camp to sleep in the hostel with some of the less harder young people. If I believe rightly, Luke was not one of those young people. He was there eating the mushrooms and the grass and all the natural stuff, doing his own little forest schooly thing, even back then, and it was great fun. Hiya. So I just want to say hello to you.
How are you doing?
We are just talking about residentials at the moment. One of the things that I really like about Community Courtyard is that we really much believe in young people helping young people. So it's great that Luke now is only, I'd say 21, but he's not, he's 34. So from being 13, that's a long time to know someone. And to have that youth work experience. And in the UK, lots of young people who might not even meet a youth worker because of the cuts to services. So what we do as a team is we have a look at what are we good at. It's called SWOT. SWOT. Oh, you got a question. Hit me with your question. Type it up. I'm just going to tell you what a SWOT is while you're writing your question down. So, perfect. So, SWOT is strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Okay, so Faz asked, how's our Thanksgiving? Okay, so Faze, we don't have Thanksgiving in the same way because we're in the UK. But we are all now, so people have had Eid, we've had Diwali, we've had lots of festivals for lots of different cultures and religions. We've just had bonfire night, Halloween, and now we're getting ready for Christmas. Or as I'm Jewish, I like to call it Christmaka, like the OC did. So a little bit of Christmas, a little bit of Hanukkah. See how we go. Don't feel bad. Or why are you feeling bad? Yeah, what's going on for you at the moment? Imagine not being American.
Yeah.
I know, that is terrible, isn't it? The struggle is real, Faze. The struggle is real. As if we've got to be English. Dear oh dear. Although I think wherever we are in the world at the moment, the struggle is real. So
I think
one
so.
of the things we have a look at what our strengths and weaknesses are. So Luke, his strength is all about doing stuff. Yeah? But not the arty crafty stuff that I quite like. He's more of our own Bear Grylls, our own Joe Wicks, our own PE teacher, cross, forest lover, football lover, personal trainer. That is our Luke. So we were looking at things that we can do all together as an organisation and stuff, which was really exciting. And Luke had an idea about yard camp. Yeah, do you want to tell us a little bit about that, Luke?
Yeah, I'm really excited about Yard Camp. Yard Camp is basically lots of different fitness classes that we're going to be running from the yard. All at the moment online. Hopefully down the line that can change and some of you could join us in person. But they're all classes, fitness classes, all different classes ranging from, like I said before, like from seated classes to yoga and to cardio classes, boxercise, a bit of body pump and all them kind of things. And the aim of it is just to get people involved. Maybe you've not done fitness classes before and you want to give it a try. And this is the place to do it. To get everyone fitter and happier especially during these times at the minute. So yeah, that is the yard camp, and that's what we're going to be doing in the near future.
Yeah, so during the next few weeks, because we've only got a few weeks to Christmas, we're going to be doing it online. But in January, that famous month when it's freezing cold, I'm going to be joining Luke outside. Can you see my enthusiasm for that? For those of you who haven't been to the building, I'm going there tomorrow and I'm going to take a video. And Luke's going there in the evening and he's going to take a video so you can see it in daytime and nighttime. Ooh. I think it's just because it looks a bit different in the nighttime. The ambiance is different. But for those of you who don't know, downstairs is very kind of practical, chilled, laid back, watch films, read books, do some crafty stuff. But on the middle floor, we've been really lucky that we've been successful in receiving some money from a couple of grants, which we'll be sharing more about what we're going to, the practicalities of that. But what it means is if we can get some sporting equipment so we can create our own yard camp physically. So not necessarily like a gym, but definitely a physical space where you can feel safe to try new things. Yeah, because back in the day, Luke might not remember this as vividly. When I said to people we're going to climb a hill, no one, not even Luke, went, yeah, Bianca, climb a hill. Everyone went, why? I'm not sure. And we're like, no, try new things. So that's my own fault that everyone enjoyed it. I should have stopped. But what we'll be doing is giving you an opportunity to, do you know how to skip? Do you mean I've seen people skip with a rope? I am as coordinated as a slug. So the rope goes round, I don't know when to jump. Yeah, so if like me, you could just do with someone shouting at you, jump, jump. or even doing the ropes, we can do that together. We can do yoga, we can do Tai Chi. But what we're also very aware is lots of stuff needs to happen outside. Yeah, so we will be doing outside stuff, which will be cool. If you're a young person, because we're going to be sharing this stuff with the schools in Northampton, who struggles with their emotions. Yeah, and I know that you may well identify with this, or some people might, but when I was Luke's youth work, I had to do a class with him. So the college made me actually teach a class. It was the most peculiar experience of my life. And it's for those young people in the class, I don't know whether you remember, Luke, who were really struggling with just the formalities of school. School was a bit,
Yeah.
I know it's structured, I don't even mean that, but I just feel like school is a bit prescriptive. It's got one size and it's supposed to fit all, isn't it? And it doesn't.
Yeah.
What do you remember about school, and what did you like and dislike?
If I'm honest, not much. I didn't enjoy much about school really. PE, I enjoyed PE, and meeting my friends. Other than that, I can't really say there's any lessons I enjoyed.
Maybe that's because how people are taught for the brightest young people or the more academic. So therefore, if you don't learn in that way, people identify you as being less academic or less bright. Where
Exactly.
actually, we know that all children have some fantastic skills. They might not just be academic ones. And we've got to learn how to teach people differently. But
Yep.
when you're a little bit sarky to the teachers, when things piss you off a little bit too much, yeah, when you're having beef with your mates and maybe that spills into the classroom, that's a problem. Yeah, and that's why PE, exercise in all different forms is really, really useful, because it gives you that chance to connect your emotions to a physical outcome. Yeah, so it enables you, instead of telling the teacher that they're an effing blah 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 blah, slamming doors, throwing chairs and being rude to people, developing those skills where you can identify the triggers, learn techniques to manage emotions are really useful. And so Luke's Yard Camp is going to be looking at a program of that. It's not just about, oh, let's do some weights. It's not just about, let's do some cardio or sporty stuff. It really is about, let's find how sports help you trigger some of those hormones, emotions, chemicals in your body to be able to function the best version of you. Yeah. And so we're quite excited. Even I'm excited. I know, this is my excited face.
It is exciting. It is exciting, and it does work. It does work. You know, I've been there firsthand. You know, with especially younger, you know, anger issues or whatever, and it did help. It really does help. It helped me a lot. So I'm coming from a place where I've firsthand kind of had experience with that.
And we've worked all across the country doing it as well.
Yeah.
So Luke and I haven't just started working together at the yard. We've worked together for at least maybe 10 plus years.
Yep.
And we've worked with gangs in Barking and Dagenham. We've worked with young people who have been unable to attend any schooling because their behaviour prevented them from doing so. And all of the young people, I think we had like a 97% success rate of people going back into mainstream education, but more importantly, being happy with the person that they were. Because when you're really angry or really body conscious, or it gets to a stage where you're obsessing over stuff, it takes away the happiness. Yeah, people label you. So maybe if you're self-harming, they'll label you as someone who's not as mentally stable. If you keep kicking off, they're labeling you someone who's angry and not going to fulfill their potential. And labels are really easy to get. They're really hard to shift. Yeah. So the things that Luke is going to be doing really helps shift those negative labels and provides young people with the opportunity of reclaiming themselves. Yeah, so the good thing about what we're going to be doing online is if at 9 o'clock you're not really feeling it because you've got your gym jams on, you're already into your PS4 or Xbox, or I don't know, in my case, my phone. That's about the level of gaming I'm okay with. You can watch it at any point. So all of our videos will be on YouTube. They're going to be on Twitch. They'll be on Facebook. So it's a really good thing to be able to just do it at your own time. But here's a good thing as well, I was just thinking of. What do you do when you're stuck? So if I'm watching Joe Wicks, yeah, and I don't get one of the exercises or I'm stuck, I can't phone him up. I can't message him with that instant question. Yeah. And I can't say, Joe, can I meet up and show you, because it might be the technique that I'm doing. Yeah? It's not happen, is it? But that isn't the case here with Luke. So if you're struggling, so for example, we're doing a 3,000 challenge. I can't tell you how bad I am at push-ups, but thanks to Luke, I know 2 or 3 different techniques that help. Yeah, so when I was sitting on the floor thinking, how am I going to get back up? I just sent a message like, help. And you can do the same. So stuff that's going on and you don't know, don't feel like an idiot. Just send us a message.
So, yeah.
Or if so we're still allowed to get outside in tier 2. Poor Luke is in Leicester for tier 3. You can't do anything, Luke.
Yeah, I'm trapped.
Yeah, chat about that later. But for tier 2, we can still go outside. There's nothing stopping us over the next few weeks meeting up outside, really socially distancing. So we have to keep 2 meters away, but we could keep 4, and doing something. Yeah, so something particular you want to practice, then do let us know. Don't struggle on your own. Luke.
Yeah.
Why have you made us do 3,000 press-ups?
For torture. It's for Teenage Cancer Trust.
Okay.
That's what we're doing it for. So it's for the Teenage Cancer Trust, and it's to bring awareness to teenage cancer. And the way that they've done that is they've done a thing where they've given you T-shirts and fundraising packages or whatever it is you've asked for, and the aim is to do 3,000 push-ups in the whole of November. And it sounded quite easy when we first signed up to it. I thought so. It sounded quite easy, but then life happened and we got into lockdown, and I had a bit of a chest infection, and a few people for whatever reasons couldn't do it. So we're getting there. We are getting there. We're up to 2,000 at the minute. So we've got 1,000 to do with, I don't know how many days, not a lot of days left.
Because that sounds, Luke, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we've got 1,000, that's 200. Is it 200 a day?
Yeah.
200 a day. But there's a few of us. So I know that, like Steve, he was knocking out 60.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you've got to knock out 60 at least. I think you should be knocking out 100 a day, to be honest.
I'll be just get a weekend out of the way, and I'm going to be all over it. But yeah, we've had a lot of people help us.
If you let the weekend get away, you 100 a day.
We've had Jasmine, who's helped us out a lot doing them. You yourself, Bianca, you've done a few.
I've done 5.
Well, that's a big thing for someone that couldn't do one before.
Yeah.
So yeah.
After the 5th, I thought to myself, why am I putting through? I've just got really weak upper body strength. So what I'm doing instead, which will be very pleased, is planking. I have no contribution to this challenge at all, but I can plank for ages.
Yeah.
But I can't go down and up. I think it's because I'm a bit wonky, because of my bones. I've got osteochondromatosis, so I'm a bit wonky as a person. So I can just stay still.
Probably why.
That's it. There were some people though, but I thought we need. Well, you said and I agreed, but we need to give a shout out to. Can you remember them?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, with the 3,000 push-up challenge that we've been doing, first of all, a big shout out to the radio, BBC Radio, because they've been helping us out a lot. They've given us a shout out. We've been on there talking about it as well. So that's really helped bring awareness to it as well.
Absolutely. And you know what? One of the things that I think people forget about the radio, in Northampton, we've got Inspiration FM, we've got N Live, and we've got BBC Radio. And all of them want to share good news. Do you mean all of them are great advocates for the hashtag NN? Yeah. So it's a reminder, not just to ourselves, because sometimes we're doing stuff and we forget to like do that shouting out part, but to all other organisations, or maybe you and your mates, maybe you're doing something pretty spectacular. Yeah, let the radio know. Don't be embarrassed, because happiness and smiles are really contagious. When you hear that someone's doing something good, it makes you feel like you can do something good.
Definitely. Like you say, they want to hear about it, don't they, the radio? They want to hear about these things.
Yeah. And in these COVID times, we need a bit of good. We need more good news than the bad, yeah? That's what we need. You're right, mate.
Yeah, good.
Infections are yuck, aren't they?
Yeah, getting a lot better.
They're not good at all. Boo. Who else are you shouting out to?
Everyone that's shared anything that we've been putting on as well. The lowdown, they've shared a few of the things we've been putting on about the press ups as well.
Yeah.
And just everybody, literally everybody that has helped us by, even if it's just sharing it, or even like you say, talking to people that they know, and said, oh, you know, have you heard of this? You know, so and so's doing this, and it's brought awareness to it. There's quite a lot of people that have messaged in with their own press ups that they've been doing as well, which is great.
Better than mine. The techniques.
Well, yeah,
I've noticed. But some of them have even commented like, Bianca, this is how you do it. Because I made the error of putting my first video online. So that's my own fault. Yeah. So, and I was wearing a dress. I was not dressed for the occasion, as people let me know. But that's a good thing about lockdown exercise. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, as long as you give it a go. This is not the gym. There's no what's the word? It's not a competition. You're not going to get a prize. Oh, look, here I am in my... No. Honestly, I don't know whether you remember this, Luke. When I was living in Leicester, I started yoga because I thought to myself, old people do yoga. I know it's not correct. Right. It's like 40 years ago, yeah?
Yeah.
And I thought, I'm not old. Here is a sport, exercise thing that I could be good at, yeah? Went to yoga in a little village. So I got my kind of plan. Got there. All of these old women, and they were proper old, in their colour-coordinated tracksuits, in their deluxe yoga mats. I've never met so many bendy people in all my life. I couldn't believe it. I think I went 3 times before when I saw this. If you can't do it better than an 80-year-old, something's gone wrong. Back in the day. Now, I think that we're all on our own journey. But you don't want to be feeling like you're the worst, because the instructor kept saying to me, Bianca, just bend, you're okay. And I was like, I can't bend for shit, mate. That's not happening. And are you good at meditation? Because I'm rubbish at that. So at the end of this yoga, like, you lay down and your eyes are closed, and imagine you're on a beach, and all I can think is, I'm a little bit cold. Or I wonder how long this goes on for. I'm really rubbish at meditation.
I've never tried it myself. Maybe I should give it a go.
Any? No meditation at all?
No.
I tried it once in yoga and thought, no, I can't imagine myself in a beach.
I know people that have done it. They do it regularly, actually, and they swear by it.
Jasmine does, and she talks about it a lot with the teen toast stuff, doesn't she?
Yeah, maybe we should give it a go.
Course starting, haven't we, soon? And she's going to be talking about meditation. but I would be a rubbish participant of that. And so would you, with your
We'll give
giggling.
it. We'll give it a go. That's a good thing as well, the yard camp as well. I mean, like you said, when you went to the yoga, with the yard camp, there's going to be something for everybody.
Yeah,
Like different ways of doing things. So if like Bianca, you couldn't do one press up, there's something you can do because I'll show you how to do a press up or something different.
absolutely.
So yeah, don't be put off if you think it's not for you because you can't do it or you're not fit enough. Doesn't matter how fit you are, what you can do. Get online and help you out.
And we're also going to target some groups. So there'll be like general yard camps where anyone can come, but we're going to do yard camps maybe just for people who've got who are neurodiverse. Yeah, because exercise can be quite difficult to do with background music or mirrors and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
to be doing it for people who are autistic, ADHD, and all of that, we'll be doing a women's only one, a men's only one, by men and women, young people included, maybe an under 18s one, but we'll also do a family one. So maybe you and your children are at loggerheads, and sometimes you just can't get out of that pattern of shouting at each other. And so doing some exercise, a challenge together, is a really good way of kind of stopping the angst and finding something good. And then the other thing that we're going to be doing is bike rides. Because there's a really good bike project in Northampton, the Critical Mass, and they do a great big bike ride. But if you're not confident on a bike, or you just want to do some exercise and just need a buddy to start that plan off, then please give us a shout because we can help with that. Yeah, I'm
definitely.
often happy to get on a bike. Again, not my favourite sport, but I can pedal. I was once on holiday, Luke, and you'll find this amusing, where you had those, but what's it called when there's two people on a bike?
Is it tricycle? Not tricycle, is it?
No,
I don't know. What is it called?
tandem. Is that tandem?
Tandem. Yeah, tandem bike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was in the back, I can't steer, and all I did was swing. Because Steve, we won a wall, and we were lucky enough to be in China, which makes us really, really privileged a few years ago to have that adventure. We were doing stuff around that, teaching English as a second language and doing research around that and meeting people. But it just made me panic because we were so high up and you can see all the city. I can't steer. Steve's going up and down bumps on. I was like, oh God, no, I need to be on my own bike where I can steer because it does not work for me at all. I was going to die, not literally.
It's an experience.
But sport can be really fun. So things that I didn't think I'd enjoy when I was on that holiday, for example, is I tobogganed down the Great Wall of China.
Oh no, yeah, that'd be cool.
Being in places where I think that people can't see me, or it doesn't matter if I make a wally of myself, I find sport much easier. Do you know what I mean? So we climbed,
Yeah.
we did a lot more climbing, a lot more walking. And in Northampton, there's a lot of wild water swimming. Do you mean? Which I also think is quite interesting. So if you're a group of people who wouldn't mind doing some outside swimming, there is a group in Northampton that do it. But if you want someone to come and do it with you first, then again, please give Luke or I a shout.
Yep.
We're really happy to have a swimming challenge.
Definitely.
And connect. Because one of the things that we're keen at in Community Courtyard is you don't have to do things on your own. Yeah, you know, like if you go to a new bar or you go to a new club or you go to a new something, then you do it. What's the word? So I'm trying to turn my telly off so it beeps at me again. I don't just turn up on my own. Do you mean I meet my mates there? Yeah, so don't feel like you got to do things on your own. And especially for younger people, sometimes like things like that have high risk, people don't want you doing. But so if you need an adult to help you do stuff, yeah, like wild water swimming, like rock climbing, like going caving. If you fancy going on a residential when we're able to do that next year, please get in touch. Yeah, if there's a sport that you really wanted to do, I don't know, fencing. Yeah, please get in touch because we've got the space at the yard to do it, and we can. If Luke doesn't have the qualification to teach it, we will find someone to do that. Or maybe you want to do your qualification in it. Do you mean that would be really cool?
Mm.
We know that the basketball courts at the race course are being updated. Do you mean we're going to have a basketball net so you can just practice shooting? That's all, I'm afraid, because the garden isn't too big. But there's nothing stopping us from having to wander down to the race course together and doing it. Do you mean who's good at bowls? Seems like an older person's sport, but it isn't. And if younger people don't do it, those sports die out. But maybe there's a sport or somewhere that you want to go, but we can do it together. Like, has anyone fancied doing? I don't know whether you fancy this, Luke. So I apologise if I'm dropping you in it. But has anyone fancied like doing the 3 peaks challenge where you do the 3 mountains?
Yeah, I have actually.
So we walked Snowdon maybe 2 years ago, and that was awesome. Yeah, I only did the easy route, Luke. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there are harder routes. And when we got to the top, Steve and I got the train down. Yeah. Our friend Bern, who you might remember early on in the lockdowns, he was our quiz master. He ran down the mountain, down Snowdon, quicker than the train. Fell over, cut his leg open, did a forward roll. Do you mean still arrived before we did? He is proper outdoorsy hero. But anything like that. So what's going to happen over the next, like this week and next week, is Luke's going to come on. Sometimes he'll be on with me, Jasmine, or another member of the team, Taylor, Tammy, Bern even. We'll see if he wants to have a natter. And we're going to be talking about all the different things sporty. Now, if you've got an interest in sport or you've got an opinion on physical and emotional exercise, please get in touch. You can join us here. So that would be good because you don't have to listen to my whiny voice. That was Luke's cue to go, no, Bianca, you're whiny. But it can be anybody, yeah? So if you know of someone, come and have a conversation. I'm going to see if I can do a shout out to some people who I know do lots of sports. Maybe Matthew, who's just given us the grant, he might want to join us and talk about sport and stuff to people, which would be really cool. And I know that, like, even the refugee group that Councillor Stone runs, they do a weekly football group, which is really cool. Our very own Amy Luck, she supports the Youth Forum. She is an awesome runner, but also a roller skater. So maybe we can get them in to talk about what's roller skating with Marcus Moore, because he's doing loads of roller skating. So we'll have to do some shout outs to some unusual sports that happen. Like the roller skating happens all the time at the race course. Do people know about that? I didn't until recently.
Yeah.
That's the challenge. So over the next couple of weeks, we're going to be doing that, and then we're going to start doing stuff online. But it is a bit mean of us to make Luke do the exercise while he's got a chest infection. Yeah, even we're not that horrible. So you might see Luke and his team outside down the trophy at the moment. And you'll know, but you might not know, but the reason we're doing that is around finding out what's happening. So our youth work at the yard takes place on a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday in the evening, always in the evenings. But there's been a couple of incidents, hasn't there, in the town centre? Stabbings, young people hanging out, and we just want to find out what's going on. What can we provide in the town centre or in the communities that young people are wanting? Also, you might not know, but Free to Talk has started doing some work in McDonald's. So we will be sharing information about that project. And don't forget that in the town centre, obviously where we're based, just across the road, so just across in Spring Boroughs, you've got the Spring Centre, which, as well as having its music, it's got its jobs club, it's got its food bank. So it's got lots of great stuff going on there. And Free to Talk is still doing their detached work with their staff, and they've got their Free to Talk TV, the Free to Talk music project, got loads of great stuff going on. we've got our story time, we've got the tea and toast, and we've got some other bits and pieces happening, getting ready for the Christmas lockdown. Don't think that we're not about over Christmas. We will be about, but we'll be about online a little bit more, although the detached work will still be happening. Okay, Luke, have you got anything good to tell people before we go?
Anything good to tell people before we go?
Doomed, Bianca. We're in lockdown. You're in tier 3, so you know when you feel like
Not anything good in particular. Just keep your head up, and things are always going to get better than they are at the minute, ain't they?
Absolutely. This time will pass.
Yeah.
Just like every day the sun rises or the morning comes, this time too will pass. But if you're feeling sad, if you're struggling, don't struggle on your own. We're always here for a natter. You don't have to join us online. You can join us in the traditional methods. But also, if you want to have like a video call, we can do that. You want to write us a letter, you can post us a letter. You want a letter back, we'll post you one back. You can text, you can email. But also, because we are doing detached work, we can actually go for a wander. Yeah, we can wander and find you and have a natter. So the street-based stuff is still happening. So this time will pass. You're stronger than you think. Yeah. But you will be happier and healthier. Face masks. Keep as far away from people as you can. If you can work from home, try to. That's not easy. And wash your hands and have your hand sanitizer. So even when you're going out and you have sanitizer or different shops, come home, wash your hands. Yeah, and that way we will hopefully see less over 65s catch COVID.
Yeah.
So the numbers isn't just about how many people get it, it's about how many over 65s get it and the risk of going into hospital. Okay. Luke, as always, a pleasure, not a chore, young man.
Same to you. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you for joining us and thank you for the comments. I still don't know where Faye's Inches is. We're very sad about it not being American. But
Somewhere in America.
Somewhere American. That's anything. But I'd like to highlight they've got Trump. So even though he's going, he's not gone yet. So you've still got him. So it's not all lost being British.
Dragging his feet with that one, isn't he?
Yeah. That's a conversation for tomorrow, I guess. Right, have a nice evening, everyone. Speak to you later.
See you later.